All right, San Diego State, they get the double-digit win over Wyoming. It didn't look like it was going to be a double-digit win there in the first half. It was close. San Diego State was not turning over the ball, though. They did really good in that department tonight. Only a couple turnovers there, and none of them were in the first half. They had no turnovers like at least a quarter of the way through the second half as well. Jane Ledee, I think he was pretty darn effective tonight. Lamont Butler as well. Darion Trammell, in that second half, he started to heat up there. Kind of reminded me, I think someone was saying that on the broadcast tonight as well on CBS Sports about, Darion, that great first half that he had against Gonzaga. His second half here tonight kind of reminded me of that. I mean, tonight they were attacking, especially in the second half, attacking the hoop, where once they got that lead, Wyoming, they were just shooting threes. And the first half, they were shooting really well. So props to them for, staying in the game that way. They had a bunch of turnovers. San Diego State didn't. But because Wyoming was shooting so good, they stayed in the game. Now, they didn't do that consistently enough, obviously, in the second half. And San Diego State, it felt like Lamont, whether it was Lamont, whether it was DeMarce Johnson Jr., who had that alley-oop, whether it was Trammell, whoever. I mean, every time Wyoming would miss a three, it felt like, they'd go down the court on the other side and attack the hoop and go get 2 points. That Trammell had tough layups, Lamont as well. And with Ledee, these last couple of losses, New Mexico, Boise, what I've noticed is those teams like attacking Ledee. And what I mean by that, like making sure when he has the ball offensively, sending everyone at him, all their big guys. I didn't really see a whole lot of that from Wyoming tonight, and that allowed Ledee, I think, to attack that hoop more, especially in that second half there. So, hey, bottom line, they get the win. This was probably a must-win game. I mean, you're facing a Wyoming team that doesn't have the best record. Sure, it was a winning record, but not the best record. I know it's just the start of conference play, but when you're losing some games on the road like San Diego State has, you've got to be really good at home. Those home losses, a home loss to someone like Wyoming, that would really hurt, I think, San Diego State. So now they get some time off. They've got, like a week before their next game. So instead of having to play over the weekend, they've got more time to hopefully build off of this win here. And then we'll see what happens, obviously, in the meantime with the rest of the Mountain West. I believe UNLV is about to play here tonight. Thankfully, it was not an 8 o'clock game. I thought the Viejas Arena crowd was really good. Mike Schilt was in the building, which was cool to see him, attending a San Diego sport event. Something that Bob Melvin, if I remember, he did not do. Is it a big deal? No, but I'd rather see the manager, embrace being in San Diego than not see him at a San Diego sporting event. But again, it's not a big deal. But getting back to San Diego State and basketball, I thought that they shot pretty well, especially in that second half. And what I liked the most about this game is how they took care of the ball. They were not turning over the ball a bunch, and again, attacking the basket there in that second half. And Wyoming, they weren't going to shoot that good the entire game.